What's up, guys? It is Tuesday, January 24th. It's 10:33 a.m. and this is the crypto market update. So let's first dive into the dollar. You know the drill. We're going to go look at the charts that will set the market dynamics, and then we'll get into some of the altcoins. So if you haven't already, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, get updated in real time when we drop these videos. So let's dive into it. So we got the bond yields. So right now we're on the 12-hour chart. We're looking at the bond yields, and right now it does look like we're getting a rejection at that EMA ribbon. So if we put that horizontal line there, bam, right there. All right, we're getting a rejection so far. Let's go to a 4-hour chart. Yep, you see it coming in, right? Let's look at the 1 hour pulling down here, right? So this is what we want to see. We want to see this 1 hour come down here, break below the 200 moving average, come up, get rejected, and continue lower. We want to see the EMA ribbon flip to red. It's at green right now. It's holding support. So that's what we need to see for the bond yields to continue lower. And I believe, we've been saying the macro direction for bond yields, lower, dollar, lower, crypto, still going to stick by that. So we need to see this continue lower. Now let's go to the dollar. Let's go to kind of an idea that I put out. It was back in August of this year. And this is what I drew. And you can, because like the patterns that repeat in the charts, the macro patterns, right? You see this same similar pattern. This is like since 1985 to now. We do this like W, right? And then we come up and we set a lower high, W. Then we come up, we set a lower high. And that's what we did so far. Because right here, when I had posted this, the dollar was around 107. It was in August. So if I go to the actual chart of the dollar in August, yeah, we were at 109, 110, this area right here. And I had put out that idea saying, yeah, I think we're going to see a bust in the dollar. We're going to see a boom in asset prices until like 2027, 2029. And then we could see a bust for asset prices because the dollar kind of levels off and goes back up again. That's what I believe is going to play out. I could see a scenario where a lot of people think the whole system is going to collapse sooner, like ASAP, where maybe it's just pushed off. And this whole facade, this bubble inflation just keeps getting blown up. They keep pumping it up. And then ultimately later this decade, we see the asset bubble collapse, the everything bubble collapse. We see the ICE 9 freeze come in later this decade instead of in the early parts of it. So that's what I'm seeing. And so far it's playing out. Like this has been playing out perfectly. We've been seeing the dollar tank. And right now we're at a critical moment. Horizontal resistance back here, horizontal resistance. And usually when you break resistance, it acts as new support. Right now we are finding some support at this, and we have a trend line coming up from here and the horizontal support acting as like a convergence, which is giving the dollar a launch pad right now, a bounce pad. So we want to see us break through this, because then we'll likely come down, we'll retest 99. And then if we break 99 for the dollar, it's done. Flat line, it's done. So that's what I'm watching for the dollar. Let's go down to the lower time frames to see how the day might shape up. So right now we do see the stock RSI on the 12-hour. We were watching this. It did hold that 50 line, and we did pull up in the stock RSI, the TSI, the MACD as well too. But we haven't had the push yet in the dollar yet. Right now we are at a key resistance level in the short term. So if we do pull up for the dollar, I'm expecting us to go to 104.76. And at that level, we want to get rejected. Probably coincides with this trend line coming down. Yep. So maybe it'd be something like this. Bam, rejected, come back down, kind of coil up here till the end of February, and then break, rejection, back down like that for March. That could definitely play out. So that's what I'm watching as far as there needs to be a short-term kind of relief bounce for the dollar, kind of a pullback for crypto to kind of gear back up again. But as far as the macro direction, that doesn't change. Dollar down, bond yields down, crypto up. So that's what I see there. Let's go to the 4-hour just real quick. Look at it under a microscope. And right now we are below this 50 line. The 0 line for the TSI. So if we do pop above that, it's likely we are getting that bounce in the dollar. But as long as we're below it, we could get rejected right here in the short term. Let's go to the 1 hour. Right now we're getting rejected off that line. So yeah, right now getting rejected. If I go down to a 30-minute, we can see that we have this short-term trend line like this that you want to see break. If you want to see the cryptos start to rally today for a little short-term day trade and dog action, then you want to see this dollar pull down and break below this trend line. Then ultimately break below the 786 here, which is around 101.88. So that's what we're seeing for that. So we're watching that. Now let's go to the stock market. We're on the hour chart. This is what I had drawn up the other day. Let me actually go to the 4 hour. Yeah, so I took this. Let me hide this. I had taken this high down to this low, stretched it out. And where we're finding some resistance right now is at that 786, right? So that's not what we want to see if we want to see continued short-term upside. So we need to take out that 11,888, 11,900 level. Let me put that horizontal line there. Then let me delete this. And then let's take a look, because if we can get above that level, then it's looking like, all right, we can rally up to this 786 or this broader move. That's what we want to see. So we need to take out 11,900 and then make our way up to 12,900 and take that out. Then we can confidently say, hey, the stock market bottom is in and we're really going to start rallying and having a boom with asset prices. So if we take this trend line, we pull it out. I mean, like, look at that. Let's hide everything else, the indicators. Boom. Like to a T. So we see back December 2021, rejection in April of 2022, rejection, August 2022, rejection. Right now we're pressing up to that same trend line. And then we have this horizontal resistance right here too. I'm going to actually pull this down to there because I like that level. We found some support, broke down below it, rejection, support, rejection, got above. So if we do pull down with the stock market, I'm looking at 11,500. That's that level we've been talking about. We need to hold that. Now let's go to Bitcoin, 12-hour chart. So one thing I'm looking at right here is, let me just hide this for a sec. I'm going to take this high down to this low. We are hanging right now, right at the 786. So if there's any level for us to pull back from, it's this level. So definitely critical. You can even put a trend line coming up from here, connect it, and like we're at that point where, and if I go down to the lower time frames, you can see it. So we found, and let me actually put a horizontal line right there. Yep. All right. So you can see that we have this trend line, support right now. We have this horizontal resistance right there. We're up to it right now. It's a 786. So it's key that we get above 23K and we hold there as support. If we're below it, starting to get a little cautious. So I'm going to take this low to this high. If we do pull down, we need to hold this point right here, which is 21,000. If we pull down, we got to hold that if we want to see continued short-term upside. If we want to see this maintain, we'll take this low to this high and we'll say 22,500. So at first level, 22,500 for very short-term immediate upside. Let me get rid of this now. Then we said that from this low to this high was this level right here, which is 21,000. So let me delete this. And that coincides with the 2.618 extension if we were to break down from this point. So that's our next level. Then if we really zoom out here and we grab it from this low to this high, our next level is like that 18K level. Then if I put the pink fib on, that's sitting around 18,600. So yeah, so those are our key levels, I'd say. Let me put a horizontal line where the pink fib is. Let me put a horizontal line where that 786 is. And now we can just look at the horizontal white lines there and we can say, hey, those are our key levels. If we break one, we go to the next one. If we hold one, we start to come back up to the next one. So that's what we're watching for Bitcoin. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Take a look. Right now, we do see that the 4-hour chart, we did cross up there and that's what we're waiting on, but we crossed back down. Now we're waiting for a cross back up to say we can see more momentum to the upside. Until we see that 4-hour cross up on the TSI, stock RSI, MACD, we're still we have direction going down for the dollar for Bitcoin short term. But if we can kind of rally up here with these momentum indicators, then we can start rallying back to the upside The RSI is still above the 50 line, which is good though. We held it back here. We're still very much well above it. So we just need to see the momentum shift back up. Now let's go to XRP. All right, XRP, I'm looking on the 12-hour chart. Let me grab this. I'm going to delete these. And we can see here, I'm going to take this low to this high. If we pull down here, we need to hold 0.4040. If we can hold that, we still have continued upside in the short term. Let's go to the bottom indicators here. 12-hour chart. We're still up here in the stock RSI. That's good. RSI is above the 50. TSI is above the 0 line. TSI is crossed up. We're in bullish territory. If you look at the daily chart, stock RSI up in this territory. RSI is above. So we're in bullish territory. Right now, on the daily chart, we did get above the 200-day moving average, came back down. We have a wick right now, so we are holding it as support. That level is around 42 cents. So 42 cents is a key level for us to hold in the short term if we want to start rallying up to, say, this high down to this low. If we want to start rallying up to 46 cents around there. And that's a key level. You can see that's where we held support here. And then when we dropped off from that point right there. But so far we cleared a key level too, right here, where we came up, rejection, got above so far support. That's where the 618 is. That's where the 200-day moving average is. We've already wicked down to it. We're holding it. So that's all looking good. Let's go to the 2-day. 2-day still crossing up. 3-day crossing up. Like we haven't even on the 3-day got above the 0 line for the TSI. That's when shit gets real. I mean, like if you look at when we saw the same kind of scenario, let me hide the drawings. You can see we flatline, right? So flatline right here, just like we flatline right here. TSI had a kick up, but as soon as we got the red line above the 0 line, boom, we went. We're close now. We're close. And the RSI above the 50, RSI above the 50. So I'm expecting on the 3-day, which closes in 8 hours here, if we can get this red line through the 0 line, we're going to see a shoot up. We'll definitely see a shoot up. And we have this, the void lines opening kind of up right now. You can see that. So if we can press through that level, we could have an explosive move up here. And we have huge time frames flashing by nows. And we covered that in the video yesterday. So XRP is looking good. The macro direction is up. Whatever happens in the short term, I think is just a blip on the map because the dollar is just showing so much weakness. It's breaking down from that level now. Bitcoin showing so much strength, bond yields showing weakness. All those market dynamic things that we're looking at are in our favor right now. So there's no need to panic, I would say. Just look in the Discord. If you see 1-day sell now signals, that's when we can kind of take action on that. But until then, we're all good. We're all good. You have this trend line coming up here for a stellar 1-hour chart. You can see that we're kind of holding it. So support. So we're all good on that ends. And then we take this low to this high. Where do we retest to? The 786 every time. Guys, like block work right here. Like boom, low to high, back down to 786. If we hold it, then we're in for more. If we break it, we're in for to come down here. So if I take this low now to this high, and like see how these things just kind of coincide together so much. Like if we break down from this 786, we're going to come down to the 1618 extension, which on the bigger move of this high, this low down to up to this high, the 786 is right there. So that's how we can really level by level, step by step, pattern by pattern, really track this stuff and nail it to a T. We might have to hop on some day trades today. I just made a new chat in the Discord. If you're not already in it, come join. Link will be in the bio. Day trading dogs. So we might have to bust out the day trading today because it could be a good day for it. If we start breaking up here, we're going to see some fireworks. And it's looking like that's going to be the case. We have this channel coming down for Stellar. We're seeing a nice positive green candle. We're seeing the momentum gearing back up. So we might have to bust out that channel today. We see Quant. Quant's at close to 160. Let me hide this right now. Big green candle. So we had bought Quant a couple of days ago, spot holdings we had announced in the Discord channel. Right now, if Quant can come up to 187 and break above that, boy, we could be coming up to 386, retesting all-time highs pretty soon. That's what I think. I really think in 2023, we could see all-time highs. I'm taking from this high down to this low. We stretch it out. And it's very likely if we can get above 187, we're going to come up here. So that's the high to the low. The 786 is this move, but from this high to this low, 786 is right here, 260. So our first target's 187, then 260. We break above that. Now it's game on. We're talking all-time high retest, and then we're talking new all-time high, 922, 1800, 2200, 3776. That's what we're talking about, man. Like, and with quant, that's not out of the realms of possibility. There's such a low supply of quant that those targets seem very likely. So that's what we're watching there as far as for quant, those levels. Let's go to XCN. XCN, man. It's so close. Like, you can just see that it's getting ready. 12-hour chart. So once, I believe once chain, the 12-hour chart, the TSI gets above the zero line, that's when we're going to see our fireworks. Because you can see that once when we've been below it, rejection. We haven't been able to break this downward trend. As soon as we get above it on the 12-hour, that's when we shoot. That's when we're going to know when chain is ready. And we're pressing up on this 50 line in the RSI. Stock RSI is up here in the territory where we want to see it. And we need to see that pink have an uptick and that blue kind of flat line down here. We're very close for a chain move. And if Bitcoin can keep rallying, the dollar can tank. That will give us that more fuel on the fire for that to play out. So that's what we're watching for chain, the 12-hour chart. If we go down the 6-hour, I'm going to throw on the bonus indicator because we're getting tight again. So we're getting tight. You can see we do have a green candle right now. On the 6-hour, we're getting close to getting above the TSI zero line. RSI is popping through. MACD is green. Pink's above the blue. So we're getting very, very close here. Let me actually go to the 12-hour chart with the, it was the 4-hour chart. We're getting close as well too, is because we're seeing the 200 moving average finally make its way down to here. So what I believe is if Bitcoin's going to rally, the dollar's going to tank. There's no reason why chain would get rejected off of this and come down. That would give us the fuel to pop us up above the 200 moving average, maybe come down, retest, and then just shoot. So that's what I want to watch for chain, the 4-hour chart. Are we getting above that 200 moving average? And then also for the 12-hour, are we getting above that TSI zero line? Because that's when we're going to know chain's ready to pump. So H-bar, let's go to the 12-hour. We nailed that H-bar top. We sold up here around 0.077, and then we converted into XLM. And if we look at the H-bar to XLM chart, it just has been going down. So we sold into our H-bar into XLM up here, and we've just gone down ever since. I was looking, and if I converted back into H-bar from this move, then I'd have 25% more H-bar than I did before. And that was only a couple days ago. So we really nailed this peer-to-peer trade. Now we're just waiting on chain to play out and Songbird. And if those do, oh my God, January is going to be a killer month. We got 7 days left. Hopefully it can happen in January because we'll have a record-breaking month. This is 20% down. So everything's looking good, guys, as far as what we're watching. Bitcoin, it's coming up here, green candle. It's looking like it wants to get back above 23. Dollar breaking down right now. We want to see it break that 786. Bond yields breaking down right now. I want to see it break back below that 786 down there. We're seeing quant having a good move today. And we're seeing a couple of those charts that we're watching, the USDC plus USDT market cap versus total crypto. We broke that trend line, and we had said that every single time we did that, the bull market was back on. Same with the stock market to the Bitcoin chart. We're breaking that upwards channel that every single time that happens, we go into a bull market with crypto. Then same with the inverse of that, the Bitcoin versus stock market, we're getting a 2-week buy signal. We got that back here at the bear market bottom as well too. So everything is screaming to me that it's time to get excited and it's not time to panic. And it's time to be a little more greedy than fearful. I know a lot of us have that bear market trauma, but let's try to shake it because we don't want to get shaken out on a massive bull market trend that's about to form here. So that's it, guys. Join the Discord if you haven't already. I'll put the link in the bio. and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video.